This morning our subject is Vivekananda, the Awakener of the soul. This is the anniversary service of Swami Vivekananda, the Awakener of the soul. Human beings time to time get depressed. It is a common phenomenon, and we want to know the cause. As overeating causes the body heavy and sluggish, so too many desire makes the mind restless. And if those desires are not fulfilled, we become depressed. Ichha anavighatat. When our desires are not fulfilled or thwarted or obstructed by some other beings or by some other causes, we get angry, we get depressed. When the mind is full of tamas, it is depressed. If rajas, it is restless. If it is covered with sattva, it is calm, serene, tranquil, joyful. All human beings want that state where that person could be always joyful, happy, inspired. Krishna mentioned in the Gita, tamas is born of ignorance, and that it deludes all embodied creatures. It binds fast, O Arjuna, by inadvertence, indolence, and sleep. Under the influence of tamas, one becomes inattentive, slothful, and inert. That is the effect of tamoguna. You see, we do not see the gunas, but we see the effect of the gunas. And prakriti, nature, constitutes these three gunas. This prakriti, maya, is the dark night of periodic dissolution. This prakriti is the great night of final dissolution. Again, this prakriti is the terrible night of delusion. We make mistakes. And we get suffering, we feel bad, we feel guilt because of our mistakes. Who causes these things? You see, this question arose in Vedanta philosophy, and they found out that ignorance is the cause of all evil. So how to get rid of this ignorance? Well, the found human soul is covered by 5 sheaths, 5 coverings. The first covering is called blissful sheath. Second, intellectual. Third, mental. Fourth, vital. Fifth, physical. These 5 sheaths cover the Atman, the self, and caused all these troubles. Now, how to take off those sheaths? Vedanta teaches by practicing yoga, by practicing knowledge, path of jnana, bhakti, and karma. Karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga, raja yoga. By one or all of these, you can remove the sheath, maya. It is, we are all bound by maya, so we have no freedom, and we want to be free. We know real joy is in freedom, not in slavery. Swami Vivekananda came to America with a beautiful message of Vedanta. He was an awakener of the soul. Today, time to time, I shall read Swamiji's message. He wrote on June 7, 1896, to Sister Nivedita, his Irish disciple. My ideal indeed can be put into a few words, and that is to preach unto mankind the divinity, and how to make it manifest in every movement of life. One idea that I see clear as daylight is that misery is caused by ignorance and nothing else. Who will give the world light? Sacrifice in the past has been the law. It will be, alas, for ages to come. The earth's bravest and best will have to sacrifice themselves for the good of many, for the welfare of all. Buddhas by the hundred are necessary with eternal love and purity and pity. Religions of the world have become lifeless mockeries. What the world wants is character. The world is in need of those whose life in one burning love, selfless. That love will make every word tell like thunderbolt. Bold words and bolder deeds are what we want. Awake, awake, great ones. The world is burning with misery. Can you sleep? So you can understand in what language, in what spirit Swamiji awakened the people in the West as well as in the East. He talked to an American disciple, Sister Christian. Let us not be caught this time. So many times Maya has caught us. So many times have we exchanged our freedom for sugar dolls which melted when the water touched them. Don't be deceived. Maya is a great cheat. Get out. Do not let her catch you this time. Do not sell your priceless heritage for such delusions. Rise, awake, stop not till the goal is reached. Hold your money merely as a custodian for what is God's. Have no attachment for it. Let name and fame and money go. They are a terrible bondage. Feel the wonderful atmosphere of freedom. You are free, free, free. Oh, blessed am I. Freedom am I. I am the infinite. I, in my soul, I can find no beginning and no end. All is myself. Say this unceasingly. That was his direct speech. His power was behind his words. Swami Vivekananda was born on January 12, 1836 in Calcutta. He was educated in English schools, got Western education. Then in 1881 he met Sri Ramakrishna. And that was the turning point of his life. He was a seeker of truth. He asked many people, have you seen God? Nobody could satisfy his quest for God realization. When he came to Sri Ramakrishna, he asked the same question, have you seen God? Yes, I have seen God. And I can show you also. He never heard such thing from anybody in his life. Sri Ramakrishna touched him, and he lost his body consciousness. His mind soared very high, and he cried out, what are you doing? I have mother, I have father. Sri Ramakrishna brought back again his consciousness. Later on he was pondering. I considered myself a very strong person. But what happened? His touch simply transported me into a different realm. He lived with Sri Ramakrishna for 6 years and fought and argued with him most of the time. Sometimes he criticized Sri Ramakrishna in front of everybody. Sir, your visions are nothing but hallucinations. Sri Ramakrishna would just smile. He said, it is very difficult to find a great soul like Vivekananda. One day you will understand what I am talking about. At Kashipur Garden House, before Sri Ramakrishna's passing away, Sri Ramakrishna asked Vivekananda, what do you want? Sir, I want Samadhi. I want to be immersed in Samadhi like Shukadeva for days. And then time to time I shall come back and eat some food. And again I shall merge into Samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna reprimanded him, saying, shame, shame, fie on you. I thought that you are a great soul. You would be like a huge banyan tree, and world-weary people will come under your shade and will get peace and rest. And you were seeking your own liberation like a selfish person. Shame, shame, fie on you. Sri Ramakrishna, Swami Vivekananda attained Nirvikalpa Samadhi. But Sri Ramakrishna said to him, you got the experience, now let me lock it. You now do work for the Divine Mother. When your mission will be over, again you will get back your Samadhi. Sri Ramakrishna commissioned him, writing a small paper, Naren Shikhe Dibe, that was Sri Ramakrishna's exact words. Narendra Vivekananda will teach people. He was commissioned by divine incarnation. After Sri Ramakrishna's passing away, the disciples of Sri Ramakrishna gathered in a monastery, and Vivekananda became their leader. You see, a leader is born, he is not made. He used to inspire his brother disciples and train them. Very early in the morning he would sing, ye are the children of God, the sharers of immortal bliss. Arise, awake, drink the divine nectar. He was a true leader. Sometimes you can see the greatness of a person through small action, not big action. You see, everyone is great on the stage, in front of a footlight, flashlight. Everyone seems to be great. But if you want to see the greatness of a person, you must see his small action, how he behaves with the servants, poor people, his family people. Once in Baranagar monastery, the brother disciples were a little disturbed because one of the brothers was not taking share of the family, of the household responsibilities. You see, doing the dishes and other cleaning. Because most of the time he was absorbed in meditation and studying books. So when other brothers complained to Swamiji, Swamiji means Swami Vivekananda, he said, bring all the utensils to me, I shall clean. I shall be the dishwasher of the monastery. Let one of my brothers be learned and a yogi. I shall work. Bring all cooking vessels to me, I shall clean. He was a leader. A leader is that person who can serve like a servant. Again, in Belun Math in later days, once the sweeper, they had a manual toilet. The sweeper did not come for 2-3 days. Swami Vivekananda noticed it. At 4 o'clock he got up and cleaned the whole toilet. Some disciples got up and saw Swamiji was cleaning. They rushed to him and said, "Sir, you will not have to do it, we can do it." He was a true leader. He traveled all over India and found the pitiable conditions of the people. They are in deep inertia. He wanted to rouse the nation through the message of Vedanta. But he came to the West. He appealed to many kings, the local rulers of India, to alleviate the condition of the poor people, but did not get much response. So he came to the West. He came to America and represented Vedanta at the Parliament of Religions in Chicago in 1893. Sister Nivedita wrote that when he got up, he was a representative of Vedanta or Hinduism. But when he ended his lecture, he became the representative of all religions of the world. What he taught, Srinanda Vishve Amritasya Putraha Ayidhamani Divyani Tastuhu Vedahamitam Purusham Mahantam Aditya Varnam Tamasa Parasthat. He told the Westerners the inspiring message of Vedanta. Hear, O children of immortal bliss, I have seen that effulgent one who is beyond darkness. Knowing him alone you can transcend death. Ye are the children of God, the sharers of immortal bliss, holy and perfect beings. Ye divinities of earth, sinners, it is a sin to call a man so. It is a standing libel on human nature. Come up, O lions, and shake off the delusion that you are sheep. You are souls immortal, spirits free, blessed and eternal. That he told at the Parliament of Religions. He electrified the people and he got a name, Cyclonic Hindu.